Good morning, students. In this video, we will discuss about the female reproductive organ. The female component of flower is called gynoecium. So previous videos में discuss किया था मेल component, फिर मेल structure, उसका finally मेल gametes कैसा है, फिर ये gynoecium. So what is gynoecium? It is the female component. It is the female component of flower. This is a female component of flower. And each part of gynoecium is called carpel. Carpel is also known as pistil. Carpel or pistil. Carpel or pistil, this is the female reproductive organ. This is carpel or pistil is the female reproductive organ. And this female reproductive organ is also called megasporophyle. This is called megasporophyle. And if gynoecium it may has one carpel or many carpel. For example, if gynoecium has only one carpel, then gynoecium is called. If gynoecium has only one carpel, it may have one or many carpels. If, for example, this gynoecium has only one carpel, then gynoecium is called monocarpellary gynoecium. And if it has two carpels, it is known as bicarpellary gynoecium. If it has three carpels, then it is called tricarpellary gynoecium. 4, tetracarpellary gynoecium. Or 5, pentacarpellary gynoecium. If more than 5 carpels present in a gynoecium, then gynoecium is known as multicarpellary. Gynoecium is known as multicarpellary gynoecium. Multicarpellary gynoecium. Each part of gynoecium is called carpel. Carpel is also called pistil. If it has one carpel or one pistil, then gynoecium is called monocarpellary. If it has two carpels, bicarpellary, 3 tricarpellary, 4 tetracarpellary, 5 pentacarpellary, and more than 5 carpels present in a gynoecium, then gynoecium is said to be multicarpellary gynoecium. If you observe the structure of a diagram of gynoecium, then this is the carpel part. In case of hibiscus, this is the transverse section of carpel or gynoecium in case of hibiscus. And in such case, if gynoecium has more than one carpel, then bicarpellary to multicarpellary conditions, then these carpels, the carpels may be fused based on fusion, or gynoecium is called syncarpus and apocarpus. If carpels are fused, then gynoecium is called syncarpus gynoecium. If carpels are free, then gynoecium is said to be apocarpus gynoecium. Apocarpus gynoecium. And a multicarpellary syncarpus gynoecium can be found in papaver. Multicarpellary means more than 5 carpels. And all carpels are fused, then gynoecium is called multicarpellary syncarpus gynoecium. Multicarpellary syncarpus gynoecium present in papaver. In such cases, all the carpels are fused. So all carpels are fused with each other. Then that is called multicarpellary syncarpus gynoecium. And in case of multicarpellary apocarpus means all carpels are free from each other. Then this kind of gynoecium can be observed in Michelia. Multicarpellary syncarpus gynoecium present in papaver and multicarpellary apocarpus gynoecium present in Michelia. So in Michelia, all the carpels are free. All the carpels are free from each other. If carpels differ based on the fusion, gynoecium is said to be syncarpus and apocarpus. Syncarpus means if carpels are fused, then gynoecium is said to be syncarpus. If carpels are free, then gynoecium is called apocarpus. multicarpellary syncarpous gynoecium present in pupa and multicarpellary apocarpous gynoecium present in mycelium. Then each part of gynoecium is called carpel. Then each carpel is also called megasporophyll, and each carpel has three parts. This is the diagram of carpel, and this carpel has three parts. This is the basal part. The basal part is swollen, and this swollen part of carpel is called ovary. And this is the long tube-like structure, and this structure is known as style. And this is the upper receptive part, and this upper receptive part is known as stigma. And in the ovary, ovules are present. Ovules present inside the ovary. Ovary may contain one or more than one ovules. And inside the ovary there is a chambers, and these chambers are called locules. Depending on number of locules, ovary is also called unilocular ovary, bilocular ovary, trilocular, tetralocular, pentalocular, and multilocular ovary. So inside the ovary there is a ovarian cavity, and this ovarian cavity, this is also known as placenta. So in the ovary there is a parenchymatous tissue. This parenchymatous tissue is known as placenta, and ovules present on placenta in the ovary. So each carpel, so basically or broadly, each carpel has three parts: ovary, style, and stigma. And inside the ovary, ovules present. And ovules ultimately they produce the female gamete. So let us discuss what is the structure of ovule and how female gametophyte develops inside the ovule. So this is structure of ovule. Ovule is also called. So ovule, where it is present, where it is located? It is located inside the ovary. So ovary may contain one or more than one ovules. And each ovule or ovule is also called megasporangium. Ovule is also called megasporangium. In angiosperms, actually there are 6 different types of ovules are there. But the common ovule in angiosperms, that is known as anatropous ovule. So anatropous ovule, actually the configuration of anatropous ovule is inverted. Means the body of the ovule situated below and stalk present above. So that's why anatropous ovule is also called. This is also known as inverted ovule because the configuration is inverted. Anatropous ovule, it has different parts. So let us see the structure of ovule. This is the diagram of angiospermic ovule. And angiospermic ovule has actually various types. This is the axis. The axis of angiospermic ovule is called funiculus. The axis of angiospermic ovule is called funiculus. And this point, the point where the body of ovule attached with funiculus, this is known as hilum. And only anatropous ovule, in hilum there is a vascular strand, and this vascular strand is known as raphe. And this is the body of the ovule. The body of the ovule is protected by one or two protective layers, and these one or two protective layers are called integuments. So due to presence of integuments, this angiospermic ovule is also called integumented megasporangium. Due to presence of integuments. What are integuments? They are the protective layers. Protective layers of what? Protective layers of angiospermic ovule. So due to presence of integuments, this is also known as integumented megasporangium. And depending on number of integuments, the angiospermic ovule is also, it is of different types. Some ovules are called ategmic ovules, means integuments are absent. Some ovules are called unitegmic ovules, means ovule has only one integument. And some ovules are called bitegmic ovules, it has two integuments. And some ovules are called tritegmic ovules. So there are number of integuments 3. So depending on number of integuments, ovule is also ategmic, unitegmic, bitegmic and tritegmic ovules. And in this ovule, inside the body, there is a homogeneous sterile parenchymatous tissue is there. And this homogeneous diploid parenchymatous nutritive tissue which is present inside the body of ovule, this is called nucellus. So what is nucellus? It is the nutritive tissue. It is a diploid nutritive tissue. The diploid nutritive tissue present inside the ovule, body of the ovule, is known as nucellus. So the megasporangium is equivalent to nucellus. It means the body of ovule is exactly equals to amount of nucellus. So megasporangium, this is very important. Megasporangium is equivalent to nucellus. What is nucellus? It is a diploid nutritive tissue. The diploid nutritive tissue present inside the body of ovule, this is known as nucellus. And here, where nucellus and integuments, so these are the integuments and this is the nucellus. Where nucellus and integuments are fused, then this region is known as chalaza. And the side towards chalaza, this is called chalazal side. And here, if you observe this region, integuments are not completed. They leave a small pore, and this pore is known as micropyle. And the side towards micropyle is called micropylar side. If you observe this diagram in NCERT textbook, and if you find the body of the ovule it is towards below and axis is it is towards above, because it is an inverted ovule. But मैंने draw किया था straightly, but actually ये ovule का जो shape है inverted. So that's why anatropous ovule is also called inverted ovule. And this inverted ovule, at the center of inverted ovule there is a structure, and this is called female gametophyte. And this female gametophyte is also known as embryo sac. And this embryo sac finally contains female gamete. So how female gametophyte develops inside the ovule, ये है next हमारा topic. So this is the structure of ovule. What is ovule? Ovule is also called megasporangium. So due to presence of integument, this is also called integumented megasporangium. And it has various structures. This is the stalk or axis, funiculus, and this is hilum, the point where body of the ovule attached with funiculus. This is the raphe, vascular strand present only in anatropous ovule. And this nutritive tissue is called nucellus. Protective layers are integument. This region is called chalaza, and this region is called micropyle. And this is the centrally located structure. This is called female gametophyte or embryo sac. So अब डिस्कस करेंगे इस फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट का डेवलपमेंट. So next topic, let us discuss the development of female gametophyte or development of embryo sac. Development of female gametophyte. Female gametophyte is also called embryo sac. So already I told you there is a nucellus inside the ovule. What is nucellus? That is a nutritive tissue. Nutritive tissue of angiospermic ovule. So here some cells of nucellus. They give rise to primary archisporial cell. Then this primary archisporial cell divides. To form outer primary parietal cell. This is outer primary parietal cell and inner sporogenous cell. This is sporogenous cell and this is primary parietal cell. And this primary parietal cell, it divides one or two times. But this sporogenous cell, it is directly modified into diploid megaspore mother cell. As primary sporogenous cell modified into megaspore mother cell. A short form, it is also known as MM, and this is also diploid. And this megaspore mother cell, diploid megaspore mother cell, undergo meiotic cell division. It undergo meiosis to form 4 megaspores, 4 haploid megaspores. Megaspore mother cell undergo meiosis to form 4 haploid megaspores, and this process is known as megasporogenesis. This process is called megasporogenesis. What is formation of megaspores? From megaspore mother cell through meiosis is called megasporogenesis. Out of 4 megaspores, here 3 megaspores are degenerated. Here 3 megaspores are degenerated. These are the 3 megaspores degenerating. They are the degenerating megaspores, and only 1 megaspore become functional. The 3 megaspores which are towards callosal sites, they become degenerated, and the only 1 megaspore which is towards micropyle, the 3 megaspores towards micropyle, they are degenerated, and the megaspore which is towards calosa, that become functional, and this functional one is also called functional megaspore. So formation of 4 megaspores from megaspore mother cell is known as megasporogenesis. In all cases, in majority cases, out of 4 megaspores, 3 are degenerated towards micropyle, 1 is functional towards calosa, that is called functional megaspore. Now this functional megaspore finally give rise to female gametophyte. Functional megaspore undergo 3 free nuclear mitotic divisions. So this is the functional megaspore. Because 3 megaspores are degenerated, only 1 become functional. So this is known as functional megaspore. Now this functional megaspore undergo 3 free nuclear divisions. Free nuclear mitotic divisions means only nucleus undergo division, not cell. Only nucleus 3 times divide karega, then it produce female gametophyte. The functional megaspore undergo 3 free nuclear mitotic divisions to form 8 nucleated megaspore. By the first division, this megaspore, the nucleus of megaspore divides to form 2 nucleus each, one from each cell, and this is primary callosal nucleus, and this is primary micropyle nucleus. But this megaspore has how many nucleus? Only 2 nucleus. So this megaspore is called 2 nucleated megaspore. This is called 2 nucleated megaspore. And एक nucleus callosal side और एक nucleus micropyle side में रहे. Then this 2 nucleated megaspore also undergo mitotic divisions to form 4 nucleus, and these 4 by the second division, this nucleus divide to form 2 nucleus, and similarly it also divides to form 2 nucleus, and 2 nucleus from each side. By the second division it produces 4 nucleus, and this condition is known as 4 nucleated megaspore. 4 nucleated megaspore, and 2 nucleus from each side. And in the third division, this is the division number 1, this is the division number 2, and this is the division number 3. In division, by the third division, it produces 8 nucleus, and 8 nucleus arranged in 2 pairs, 4 nucleus from each side, 4 nucleus towards calosa and 4 nucleus towards micropyle. And this megaspore has 8 nucleus. So this megaspore is called 8 nucleated megaspore. This is called 8 nucleated megaspore. So this is the functional megaspore. The functional megaspore undergo 3 free nuclear divisions. By the first division, it produces 2 nucleated megaspore. By the second division, it produces 4 nucleated. By the third division, it produces 8 nucleated megaspore. Now this 8 nucleated megaspore, it reduced or it develops into female gametophyte or embryo cell. How 8 nucleated megaspore develops into female gametophyte? This is the 8 nucleated, 4 nucleus from each side. This is called 8 nucleated megaspore. Then this 8 nucleated megaspore reduced into female gametophyte. And this is the megaspore wall. यहाँ और यहाँ 4 न्यूक्लियस, यहाँ से एक न्यूक्लियस और यहाँ से एक न्यूक्लियस, one nucleus from each side. They move towards center of the megaspore, and these 2 nucleus are called secondary nucleus. This is called secondary nucleus. Secondary nucleus is also called, this is also called polar nucleus. And यहाँ पे और कितना बाकी 3, and these 3 cells they develops protoplast, cell wall and became cells. 3 proper cells में convert हो जाए. 3 पहले 3 यहाँ से एक nucleus, यहाँ से एक nucleus center में आ गया, then they converted into secondary nucleus or polar nucleus, and remaining 3 nucleus they are reduced into proper cells, and these 3 proper 3 cells are called antipodal cells or antipodals. And here also 3 nucleus, and these 3 nucleus also develops into proper cells, and these 3 cells are called egg apparatus. Here the largest cell, this is called egg cell, and these two cells are called synergids. And synergids, these synergid cells have some finger-like projections, and these finger-like projections are called filiform apparatus. These finger-like projections are called filiform apparatus. And this is the central region. This entire region is called central cell. And this structure is called female gametophyte. And this female gametophyte is also called, the female gametophyte is also known as embryo sac. This is also called embryo sac. So 8 nucleated megaspore reduced into female gametophyte, and each female gametophyte has three cells: antipodal, central cell and egg apparatus. Antipodals are 3 cells, central cell contain a secondary nucleus or polar nucleus, and egg apparatus has 1 egg cell and 2 synergids. And synergids have 2 finger-like projections. These finger-like projections are called filiform apparatus. And this female gametophyte is also called, this female gametophyte is also known as 7-celled 8-nucleated female gametophyte, because it contains 7 cells and 8 nucleus. Number of cells 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So number of nucleus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this female gametophyte is also called 7-celled 8-nucleated female gametophyte. And this 7-celled 8-nucleated, in this type the arrangement of cells are 3 plus 1 plus 3, because here 3 cells present, this is 1 cell and these are the 3 cells. Arrangement of cells in female gametophyte. But arrangement of nucleus in female gametophyte is 3 plus 2 plus 3. Here 3 nucleus, here 2 nucleus and here 3 nucleus. Arrangement of cells 3 plus 1 plus 3. Arrangement of nucleus 3 plus 2 plus 3. And this 7-celled 8-nucleated megaspore. This 7-celled 8-nucleated megaspore is also called polygonum type, because this type of female this 7-celled 8-nucleated female gametophyte is also called polygonum type, because it was discovered in Polygonum divaricatum species. Polygonum divaricatum species by Strasburger. So this first time it was discovered in Polygonum divaricatum, hence it is also called polygon. And this developmental process, the developmental process is called monosporic development, because out of 4 nucleus, 3 nucleus are degenerated, only 1 become functional. So only one megaspore develops into female gametophyte. So that's why this process is called, the developmental process is called monocarpic developmental process. But there is a scientist P. Maheshwari, Panchanan Maheshwari, he also reported bisporic and tetrasporic bisporic and tetrasporic development of female gametophyte in some angiospermic species. So this is the female gametophyte or embryocyte, and here this is the ultimate, this is the egg cell. Egg cell is the ultimate female gamete. So in the next video we will discuss about the structure of female gametophyte, then fertilizations.